Hello guys, this is Raptormon 132 here, and welcome to my very first MLP Analyst video on what will happen to Spike. So recently I was watching a video by MLP Analyst Dr. Wolf, and he was talking about how Spike could be Equestria's equivalent to Superman and or Goku. And I have to say that he presented a very interesting concept to this. So in response to this, I decided to make a video to discuss my hypothetical on what Spike would do after he outlived the main six and continued to live out through the course of his lifetime. Take into account that I am also going with the fan speculation that Princess Celestia and Princess Luna will disappear from Equestria forever and leave Equestria in the care of Twilight Sparkle, Princess Cadance, and their possible children heirs in the series finale. So without further ado, let's get right into my hypothetical scenario video on what will happen to Spike. As the only remaining main character still living, Spike would take it upon himself to be as strong and great of a hero as he could possibly be. Not only would he help defend and rule Equestria, he would have to do it without the assistance of the main six and without the use of the elements of harmony. This time period could last for several years, as Spike would be preparing himself and the rest of Equestria against a villain attack or whatnot. Because of his age and long life, if he studied and trained at the rate the main six did during their lifetimes, he would surpass them in knowledge, experience, and strength due to age alone, combined with his long life expectancy as a dragon. Now it's unknown if there are other dragons like him in Equestria that were raised by pony kind. Though it's shown in the comic book series that there is a dragon town located in the city of Philadelphia, although it's not shown in the animated series, let's assume that there is a dragon town located somewhere in Equestria. I believe in over time Spike would actually be a great role model for other dragons like himself that were raised amongst pony kind, and would probably try to follow his example of what a dragon should be. Now during the course of his life, Spike would need an offspring throughout his lifetime. Spike would need a child to help rule Equestria alongside Twilight's future heirs. Secondly, he would also need a child to train, as a guardian to help defend Equestria and guide it in Spike's absence. Now many of you would assume that Spike would have children with another dragon, given the fact that Spike would want to breed with his own kind. But personally, I don't think Spike would want to breed with another dragon. My assumption is that because of his romantic crush on Rarity, as well as his past experience with other dragons, he would most likely try to breed with pony kind. Now it's unknown and unlikely that dragons can conceive with ponies and have children, but if it were possible for dragons to crossbreed with pony kind, this would result to either of them giving birth to dragon-pony hybrids. After Spike had children with his unknown future pony wife, other dragons would catch wind of it, and the future heirs of Twilight and Cadance would give out a crossbreeding rights law saying that ponies and dragons that are raised by pony kind can crossbreed, which would result in the creation of a new race of ponies that could inhabit Equestria. This idea of ponies and dragons crossbreeding together stems from the developing fighting game Them's Fighting Herds, as there is a character named Tianhuo who was a member of the dragon-horse hybrid race called the Longmas. And when these dragon-pony hybrids did happen, I guess I'll call them Draco ponies, then they would be stronger, faster, and have longer lives than average ponies. And they would become the new guardian defenders of Equestria for the future. And I think over time, Spike, his children, and the heirs of Twilight would probably start a special school for ponies, pony-raised dragons, and Draco ponies. In this school, Spike would most likely teach dragons what he was taught by ponies and make a different society of dragons to be just like himself. As for the Draco ponies and normal ponies, they would learn advanced magic, advanced flying, and advanced combat. This would result for Draco ponies to become guardian defenders of Equestria, while normal ponies would learn the true meaning of friendship, where they could form possibly new bearers of the elements of harmony with Spike and Twilight's heirs as their mentor. Although these ponies would not be as strong as dragons and Draco ponies, and possibly not as great as the main six or the Alicorn princesses, they would be the best chance of becoming new bearers of the elements of harmony to protect and save Equestria for the future. But during the time between the main six and the Alicorn princesses leaving, and the time where new bearers of the elements of harmony are found, there is only one problem and possible danger to consider, and that is this. If a villain came to Equestria that is stronger than Spike, the Dragon and Draco Pony Guardians, or Twilight and Cadence's potential Alicorn heirs, Equestria is doomed, because without the elements of harmony, they would have absolutely nobody with abnormal abilities to defend Equestria from any villain that would come that would pose as a dangerous threat. This may include Tirak or Discord if he went back to his old ways, or maybe a more powerful, more dangerous version of Nightmare Moon. But assuming that didn't happen and that they found new bearers before then it's assumed that Equestria would be peaceful as Spike, the Dragon and Draco Pony Guardians, and Twilight and Cadence's heirs would most likely destroy all potential threats, and Equestria would be safe for many generations afterwards. So with Spike and Twilight and Cadence's heirs ruling and keeping things in order, alongside new bearers of the elements of harmony, Equestria would have a safe future for the most part. Keep in mind, however, that the future of Equestria is still also dependent on the level of villain aggression. If Equestrian society remains the same as in the series so far, Equestria would have had no need to destroy or kill any of the villains unless they followed through with their original intention to attack and invade Equestria. Keep in mind that if Discord was still around during this time as well, the villains could most likely try to influence Discord into joining their cause as Tirak did, due to Discord being the spiritual entity embodiment of mischief and chaos. In this scenario, it is also difficult to speculate what the future of Equestria would truly be like, since there's still so many things to come in My Little Pony that we don't really know about. We assume, however, that with Spike alongside new bearers of the elements of harmony, Equestria is most likely safe. This scenario is dubbed hypothetical for a reason. So guys, that wraps up my hypothetical video on what will happen to Spike. I wanted to share my thoughts on what I think Spike and Equestria's future would be like, and to respond to Dr. Wolf's assumption of Spike being Equestria's equivalent to Superman and or Goku, so I think this kills two birds with one stone. I also wanted to give a very special thanks to Dr. Wolf, Lightning Bliss, and Quaman's Land for giving me the inspiration to create this video. I'll also post a link in the description for Dr. Wolf's video of Spike's equivalent of Superman and or Goku video for you guys to check out. I also understand that there are many of you who will agree, and many of you who will not agree with this hypothetical video, so do share me your thoughts in the comments below. Keep in mind also that I am also a blind reactor who has not completed Season 2 yet, and has not up to Season 3, 4, 5, or 6, so I would appreciate it if you would consider that while explaining your thoughts in the comments to avoid any possible spoilers for me for the upcoming series. So bear that in mind as you're commenting. I hope you enjoyed my first MLP Analyst video, and hopefully I shall get onto other videos as soon as I can when I get the chance. But as usual, until then, thank you all for watching. This is Raptormon 132 saying bye bye everyone. Bye bye.